Yo, E-Dirts, Hollywood Hills for the first time ever coming at you from location. We decided to come out to the GXCCs, the first round here at Bronco Spate for 2017. And did we pick a good one? Yes, we did. We rolled out here in the Merc. The Vito has been absolute killer the whole way down the road, and it's going to get us home as well. Let's talk about this race. First round, Bronco Spate GXCC 2017. Massive entries, absolutely huge. The quads went out this morning with the juniors. We've seen the senior bikes go out there as well. And to see 397 riders, that's 397 riders. I really can't remember the last time I've been at an event this big with this much buy-in. It's been absolutely killer to be a part of it, and great racing the whole way through the day. We're not going to tag all the races. We're not going to tag all the categories. I'm just going to say Lo Schmidt was the man to beat coming onto this track, coming into this season. He moved up into the big open category, the OR1s, got onto the 450, untouchable the whole way through the race. Unfortunately, collapsed Moose right towards the end there, robbed him of his first victory. But it was D'Artagnan Lobjoy on the Yamaha 450, not the 250. He jumped straight up from a 250 onto the 450s, and he kept it pretty honest as well. He walked home as the win on the day for Yamaha, so they're going to be very happy to see that happen. And it's also going to really build him up going forward into the National Series. We've got a lot of other stuff to talk about though. Fricky Stroh and the guys from Action in Motion gave us some incredible shots just to give you a look and feel of how much was going on at this event. Something like 60 quads lined up this morning. The rest of it was made up by juniors and the bikes, all the categories. We had loads of ladies races. The junior kids had a great time out there. It was a fast and flowing track, a little bit gnarly with a lot of little lurker rocks that caught a couple of guys out, a couple of crashes that will send a couple of guys down to not just the doctor but the hospital early on in the season, but they'll have plenty of time to come back on point and come back racing with us later on. The main thing to take away from today was it was a huge entry. It was massive. We saw all the factory teams, all the shop teams, all the local teams. Just absolutely amazing vibe. And if this is what 2017 has in offer, then it is going to be the year. We talked about it last year. It just really looks like it's delivering the goods already. What we're going to talk about, though, coming out of this race is a couple of things going forward. I've been introducing you to a couple of teams. It's time to meet the next squad. So Brian Capper, a massive name in the industry, and since last year lending his name to the BCR Arrow Racing Yamaha squad. Huge squad as well, and they did bring home quite a lot of trophies last year, a couple of titles also, and they're definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with on pretty much all the tours for the 2017 season. For the national off-roads, it's going to be Altus de Vet once again out there on the YZF 450 FX. He was pretty much a top runner the whole way through last year. Normally a rock hopper, and does turn his hand very well to a little bit of off-road flat-out speeds as well. He'll be joined by Willem Skonveld on the 250 lights category. Super strong rider, last couple of years, really started to climb the ladder. Standout ride at the desert race last year as well. But on the Enduro side, the National Enduros, wow, stacked, completely stacked. Altus de Vet once again, this time into the E2 category, riding on the YZ 250 FX. Willem Skonveld also in the E2 class on the 250. Marky Garland, he likes to run in the two-smoke side of things, so he'll be on the YZ 250X in the E1 category. Janil de Villiers, great to see a kid coming on board there as well. He'll be running in the E2s on the 250. Jared Spalding in the high school category. He'll be rocking out in the YZ 250 on the FX, as well as doing a couple of the GXCCs and some Enduro World events as well. Keegan Phillips will be running in the silver category as getting brought on. Always we see new riders coming onto the squads, and great to see a lot of development happening. Garth Prost in the Masters takes on a very much managerial and mentorship role. He'll be on the YZ250X, and Brian Capper, of course, the namesake. He's going to be in and out of the championships, couple of races here, there, and everywhere, just to remind the folks that he is still a big player in the game. So a huge squad, once again, BCR, Arrow, Yamaha, Brian Capper Racing, and that is one of our big support teams. Next week, we're going to be starting to tick our list and get through the factory squads. Okay, so that was the BCR Yamaha squad. Definitely going to be a big threat at GXCCs, at Enduro events, at National Enduros, at Off-Roads. They really have ticked the box. They've got a good squad going forward together. The other thing that's happened behind the scenes, I mentioned it a couple of episodes ago, is the Junior Enduro Tour. We've got our first video. This is what the first round is going to look like. So the first round of the Junior Enduro Series is a double header. Round 1 and 2 situated just outside Cape Town in Robertson in the Western Cape.
The layout of the track is going to be for round number 1. The first half, quite shaly, so a lot of loose, rocky and technical single track for the kids to deal with. And the second half, a little bit smoother around a riverbed and larger rock areas. Riders will need to be on their A game, and suspension setup is definitely going to be key. All the kids looking for soft setups on the mousse and the tires, that's going to help you out. For round number 2, and that's going to be on day number 2, that's at Le Mans. There'll be a more loose and rocky technical single track, along with a little bit more soft and loamy dirt as well as some tight single track through the Western Cape Fameboss. That's going to be good for the kids because it does take a little bit of pressure off on the rocks. The track will be slightly easier than Robertson, as the riders may be a little bit tired from day number 1 in the saddle. So day 2, harder tire pressure is definitely going to be required to decrease the chance of punches on the track. Definitely some blade style rocks out there. Altitude approximately 250 meters above sea level, so jetting on the bikes shouldn't be an issue, as well as air for those little lungs as well. It's going to be a great event. We hope you guys enjoy it.
So great to see what the juniors are going to have in store, and nice to have that little bit of footage as well. It does help us out and also allows the parents and the kids to get themselves ready, knowing what they're in for, how to set their bikes up, etc. What else is going on as well? Obviously, a couple of specials going forward. EMD, one of our sponsors, they've got a great enduro and adventure range that they're actually promoting at the moment. They've got Adventure Corner happening up there in Centurion at the EMD store. Go check them out. From tires to rider apparel to safety and to all the clip-ons in between. Go check those boys out. They've got some amazing stuff in the pipeline. The other thing that we're going to talk about as well, a little bit of changes in the dates, but positive. Not like last year where there was a lot of clashes. Guys are reacting very, very confidently going forward. A couple of date changes on the FJX Tour. So make yourselves aware of that. Leon, Van der Westhuizen and all the crew up there at FJX putting together a great calendar for us. And of course, a throw forward to the first round. First round is just around the corner, and that's going to be the FJX Enduro and Super Enduro series. Go check it out. It's going to be an absolutely killer series. Hollywood Hills are going to be there on site. I'm going to keep you guys polished, let you know exactly what's going on. Right now, I'm going to go get in the Vito. I'm going to head back down the road. Can you believe 397 people at this event? It's been an absolutely killer one. Hollywood Hills on site for the first time in 2017, baby. We'll see you next week where we'll report on the Dundee National Enduro round number 1.